Good morning. Happy Friday morning. I'm Live Pastor Kyle. Welcome to the Journey to Winning Anyway Life, and this is All Things Winning. Good morning, Mr. Tamla Ricks, Mr. Kenneth Davis, Brittany Blake. Hey, Bree. Happy Friday. Hope all things are well with you guys. Can y'all hear me clearly? I want to make sure everything is good as we're coming on this morning. It's going to be a good lesson. It's going to be one of those push lessons to get you beyond where you are. Hello, Andrea Thomas. She's been celebrating all birthday, or all celebration. Well, how about that? I'll just say celebration. And, everybody's, celebrating. As Rick said, all clear. Wonderful. What's up, Ivan Rice, man? Good to see you, sir. And so, thank you, Brittany. And so the music may change, and y'all can just tell me, it's going to be cool. Listen, this morning's going to be a wonderful lesson. Hello, Maria Briscoe. See, she's trying to be funny. Good morning, prophet, in all caps. She's trying to get me to preach. Not going to happen. I'm going to just talk this morning. Good morning, Willincia Miller. I see you over on YouTube. Miss Daniette Taylor. Good morning to you. Listen, y'all, it's going to be a good day. Got a lot of things planned for today. It's going to be just a good day. Make it a good day. Matter of fact, just declare and decree to yourself. Type right now, it's a good day. Don't worry about what's going on. Just say, it's a good day. Don't worry about what's happening. Don't worry about what they said. Just type in, it's a good day. Come on. Or just type all caps, good day. How about that? There you go. I see you, Keith Young. It's a good day. Declare it, decree it. Push it into the atmosphere. Push it beyond whatever's been going on. My braces are, I'm going to get some more next week, so I can tell they're so funny right now. Brittany say it's a good day. Praise him. Hallelujah. It's a good day. It's a good day. Listen, I want to talk to some of you. I see Carlos. How you doing? Happy family reunion week. All that good stuff. Nita Holloway, good day. Yeah. Good day, good day. I should have played that song. Yeah, that's a nice song. I say, I'm Darjean. I see you over there, Darjean family. Listen, I don't want to keep you long. I want to talk about this good lesson I was locked into last night. Hey, to Wanda Lottie. A lot of people say they're determined to win, but they're really not. They just want to win. Good morning, Geraldine Shelvin. They just want to win. They're not determined. Determined means you're pushing beyond. I'm starting early. I'm sorry. You're pushing beyond where you are, beyond where you've been, and beyond what could be happening. The reality of it is you have to want to have a winning anyway life in order to push beyond what it is. So I want to talk this morning about I'm determined to live a winning anyway life. Just your heart. I'm determined. Just some things that get you punched in for today. I'm not going to keep you long. We gonna talk. Y'all know me. I sneak in the little deepness. So while you're still typing early in the morning, typing good morning, all that, type I am determined. Come on, declare it to yourself and declare it to the world and declare it to all of us. 19 people on here, only 12 have liked it. If you're on here, can you do at least hit the like or love button that says I am determined? Kevin Matthews, good morning, man. Come on. Good day, man. Type I am determined. Hey, First Lady, good to see you. Yeah, I see y'all declaring it. You should. I see Carlos. I see y'all declaring it. Because listen, I want to deeper explore a little bit being determined to live a winning anyway life. What used to be just winning anyway, just the three pillars where you would look at your own life, decide that you're going to. I see First Lady typing while you're driving. I hope not. My three pillars are: number one, you evaluate your life. Then number two, you execute in something. And then number three, you excel in something. Now it's going so far beyond that because there are other things you have to do while you're doing these things. So we dive into those things to open up the avenue for you to have an opportunity to do things differently and do things better. And so I want to go deeper and explore the concept of being determined to live a winning anyway life. Not just wearing the hat, not just saying that you do it. I have the ring, I have a necklace, everything. Not just saying I have stuff to say winning anyway. It's really about thriving, Kenneth Davis, in every area of your life. Hey, Manny Saeed, I'm preparing to do a full-fledged coach y'all on Monday night. We're gonna get together and just take a two-hour dive in. We got to do it. because the financial piece of the winning anywhere is a little different than everyday life. It's a piece where you force yourself to have to make the sacrifice to be better now, so when others are still sacrificing, you can be on vacation. I'll talk about that later. So it's more about making sure that you're thriving in every area of your life. Taika Lee, Florida, that you're thriving in every area of your life. It's about cultivating a full lifestyle of winning anyway. I mean, really, really, really cultivating it, not saying it, but doing it to the point that every part of your life begins to change and people can see the change. And the only way to get that is you have to begin to embrace that word I found. We were on at one of the conferences outside, not found, but kind of got into it, is resilience. You have to embrace resilience, and you embrace it by being positive and having continuous growth. Y'all got it? I see you, Valencia. About being positive and having continuous growth. Let's talk about it. So if you're really determined to live a winning anyway life, here's one thing you really have to do. You really have to get into your head, have to get into your spirit, have to get into your mind and your lifestyle. That's one thing you have to do. Number one, you have to cultivate a growth mindset. Why do you keep repeating that? Because we tend to cultivate a comfortable mindset when we should be cultivating a growth mindset. Y'all got it? We got to cultivate a growth mindset, not, you know, I gotta make sure I'm doing it right. I can't just be doing it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be doing it right. And that's what's major. Hope y'all are getting this. Here we go. Let's go to the lesson. You have to be determined to develop. And I'm gonna help somebody, people that need it. I'll say it in a minute. Thank you, Manning. People that need to develop or cultivate a growth mindset. You have to be determined to. Now I'm gonna shift a little bit because I normally tell y'all it's never really about all of that, and it's not. When your foundation is set, this is where you have to go now. You have to develop your abilities. You have to develop your gifts, and you have to develop your intelligence. Because what was once celebrated as an ability, as your gift, and as your intelligence, if you don't develop it, if you're not determined to develop it, the same thing that got you hand claps last year will make you irrelevant this year. It's almost like a computer. If you bought a Dell computer years ago when they were halfway free, whatever you want to call it, if you did, I'm happy for you. But the reality of it is, if you did, it's no good right now. It's outdated. And so you have to develop your abilities. You have to develop your gifts, and you have to develop your intelligence. Why would you say that? Because here is where I rest my hat in that area. Hey, Tarika Hood. God bless you. Good to see you. If you don't develop it, it will become irrelevant because times are changing so fast. So you have to develop your abilities. You have to develop your gifts, and you have to develop your intelligence. Here's the funny part about it. You have to develop them based on the need of others. Oh, was that good? Was that good or not? You have to develop them based on, you can't develop it based on what you see and what you like. Apostle Hilliard taught us this years ago, and I learned it in everything. When you're building a church, a house, buying a car, whatever you're doing, a website, whatever it is, pictures. Brittany, this is the saying he uses. You don't pay somebody else to build their dream for you. In other words, you go get a church and say, oh no, I think it would be better made like this. I think this will be good. And if you have no vision, you will allow people to say, I think it'll be better with this color. And I think that would be better on this. And I think that would be good. And then they tell you now it's going to be a little bit more expensive, but this is what you need. And they keep telling you what they need, Geraldine, and telling you what it costs. And you'll end up building their dream at your expense. Did anybody get that? That's a deep word. I told you every time I talk on live, we get something good. You end up building their dream at your expense. No. I need to develop my abilities, my gifts, and my intelligence based on what others need. Then I develop what I am and the best I am for them. So when I figure out what they need, then I need to encompass their need as my vision. So I'm able to meet their need. It even turns into ministry. Ministry is meeting people at their point of need. If I'm not meeting people at their point of need, then to them, I may be irrelevant. Y'all quiet. I may not be relevant to everybody, but to them, I am irrelevant because I'm not meeting them at their point of need. I want them to come meet me at mine. And that's not going to always work. I'm just setting my music right soon. We're going to jump into this. Good morning, Aaron Fleeks. And so you have to develop your abilities. You have to develop, I see the fire. That's y'all new thing. The fire let me know it's good. I'm teaching good already. Come on, y'all. Y'all get me excited. Don't get me excited on Friday. And my schedule's open today, even though it's one of my last days of my birthday month. So it's open. I didn't schedule a bunch of things. I scheduled enough so I can go have some good food today. Even though my wife went to the office, so I'm going to eat today somewhere. Praise the Lord. Pat Lee, y'all see Mama Pat Lee on here. Good to see you. There she is. Amen. Pat Lee, good to see you. So I got to go because y'all kept me on number one too long. Dr. David Buckley Jr. How you doing, man? Good to see you, sir. So you got to be determined to develop your abilities, develop your gifts, and develop your intelligence. And you do it, hey, Lord Rubin, you do it through your dedication and your hard work. You do it through relationships and talking to other people. I'll get there in a minute. So you have to embrace the mindset that allows you to see every challenge as an opportunity for growth. You gotta make every challenge an opportunity for growth. Do I do this now and grow? Do I learn more about it and grow? Do I research it so I can grow? So the next time it shows up, it will not be a challenge. Yeah, it will not be a challenge. I will know what it is. So how do I do it? I have to embrace challenges instead of avoiding them. I have to go ahead and embrace it, y'all. Then I have to learn. Okay, y'all ready for the next one? Yeah. See, thank you, Maria. Come on. I see you, Keith. Here we go. Here's what's next. I have to, now here's the part that many of you really miss and you're afraid of. I have to learn from criticism and feedback. Criticism and feedback will tell me two things. It will tell me, y'all be careful, here we go. It will tell me what I need to look at and adjust if the person is trustworthy, and we'll get that in a minute on something else. I'll tell you in a minute. Not a hater, but we'll get that in a minute. So it allows me to adjust myself based on criticism and feedback, or will let me know who is only criticizing and only giving me negative feedback and never giving encouragement. So to let me know who to turn my back to while I am being determined to win and live a winning anyway life. So you learn from criticism and feedback. You don't just learn things about you, you learn from other people. If all they say is criticism and all they have is negative feedback, then you already know who they are. You got it? Hey, Tamisha Figaro. And then you have to celebrate the success of other people. This is how you cultivate your growth mindset, by celebrating the success of other people. When you celebrate other people, their success should be an inspiration for your growth, not you hating on them. Got it? I enjoy celebrating other people because as I celebrate them, it allows me to have an opportunity to look at them and know they're doing good and know they're doing well and be happy for them enough so it builds motivation in me to go do the same thing for myself. I have to celebrate the success of other people and allow it to be inspiration for me and not me hating on them. Y'all got it? Here we go, Mr. Ricks. Number 2, after I cultivate a growth mindset, number 2, I have to practice gratitude every day. I have to practice gratitude every day. Because what gratitude does is it shifts your focus from what you're lacking to make you grateful for what you have. If every time you talk to somebody, I was telling you about what somebody else is doing and what's negative and what they don't have and what they're going through, they are not grateful for what they do have. That's why I make enemies right there, where I tell people, hey, this is one, blah, 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 blah. And they go, yeah, I know, but. And I'm like, that's not what I'm focused on. I'm focused on the gratitude of the day. So the gratitude can give me a level of encouragement I need beyond what I don't have. So then watch this, Manning. If you have to keep a journal, Sometimes you got to keep a journal, a gratitude journal. Whatever you have to do. And then when you express gratitude to people who have positively impacted your life, got it? Who have impacted you in a positive way, then it should give you encouragement to move on and keep doing what you're doing. You got it? And don't ever take anything anyone does for granted. Did y'all get that? Don't ever take anything anyone does for granted. Whatever somebody does for you, they don't have to do for you. So when they do it, you should be grateful. Because if you find yourself not being grateful, then people will find themselves trained by you and no longer appreciating you. And when they don't appreciate you, then you can't get up and wake up and have days where you're posting everything about. You just get tired of doing for everybody when they can't do for you. Hello, deny. No, the reality is you've trained them because you haven't paid attention to the fact that people do things for you and you don't really appreciate it. I just talked yesterday with somebody. I was kind of explaining it, and it was for my live. Really wasn't for them. They thought it was for them, and it really wasn't for them. But then if you know it wasn't for you, then why you take it personal? But be careful anyway. So my thing was, I said, it's funny how when someone is consistent in giving to you and consistent in loving you and consistent in caring for you and consistent in giving to you. Good morning, Tisa Kalia. And consistent in covering you and consistent in watching out for you and consistent in being there for you and consistent in congratulating you and consistent in protecting you and consistent in making sure you're good. When that becomes consistent, when a person gets kind of off, they tend to start thinking or forget to realize that it is a privilege to have someone to be that consistent in your life. And so we end up taking that person or those things at times for granted. I'll say it again. Don't take anything anyone does for you for granted. You got to be appreciative. And you got to remain appreciative. You have to express gratitude every day. Not a day where you're not feeling good, so I'm not telling anybody thank you. I'm going off on everybody. No. Every day should be a day of gratitude where I express gratitude for things that people do that they don't have to do for me. And then we have this new era of people that have a level of sarcastic communication where everything they say is sarcastic. I literally can't stand that communication. I ignore it. It's appalling to me. It is ignorant. It is stupid. It is immature. It is undeveloped. It is ghetto. It is raggedy. It is your mama didn't teach you any better, and you are undeveloped and spoiled and need your behind whipped. And now I pray that life puts you in a position where you're able to understand that people don't have to be good to you because you don't appreciate it. And that sarcasm is, well, I ain't asked you to do it. That's that thing. I didn't ask for it. That's ignorance. Ignorance means you ignore it. You ignore the fact that someone thought enough of you to do more for you than you could do for yourself. It got quiet in here. Oh, okay. Okay. Y'all there? Let me just talk to you now, so y'all won't get upset with me. Y'all ready? Let me just talk a little bit. So, express gratitude to people who have positively impacted your life. Don't ever take anything anyone does for granted. That's number 2. Number 1, cultivate a growth mindset. Develop your abilities. Develop your gifts. Come on, I see y'all using the fire. This is y'all thing to get me now. Okay, I see now. I'm learning. Y'all teaching me. All right, Tawanda Lottie. So first thing you gotta do is develop your abilities, develop your gifts. Good morning, Deja Young. Develop your abilities, develop your gifts, and develop your intelligence. Got it? That's cultivating a growth mindset. Number 2, practice gratitude daily. Know that you have to be grateful for what people do. Got it? And for what God allows. Number 3, I said it earlier, we're gonna push through it. Develop resilience. Develop a bounce back mentality. Develop resilience, the resilience to recover, the ability to recover, basically. It means I need you to make it your motto Bree Piper, make it your middle name. I am resilience, which means no matter what happens to me between my first name, what you call me, and my last name that'll be on something, on billboard, between that, I am resilience. I bounce back. And I want you to make people say, can y'all hear me? If I can go a little deeper, say go. I only have 2 more points. Well, 2 more main points. If I can go a little deeper, type the word go. Please type the word go. Just type go. I want to go a little deeper on the resilience to give you a quick scenario. And what I want, I see you, Keith Young. What I want is people to look at you. Watch this, Ashley Prevost. I want you to get this. Brittany says go with all G's. Good Lord. I think today, Brittany, 9 o'clock today. I think 9 o'clock today. I got you. Listen, I want people to look at you and say, isn't that the person that blah, 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 blah? Here's what resilience does. It makes people recognize you. Watch this, callers. They say, isn't that the person that did something, blah, 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 blah? And then somebody else who saw your bounce back will say, yeah, but have you seen what they did after that? Oh my God. Isn't that the person that said they had a business and it ain't ever done nothing? They said, but no. You haven't seen, oh, you don't know. You ignored them while they were building the business. You don't realize that house you drive by, that's their house. That new car you said you like, that's what they drive already. Oh, you don't get it. See, resilience will acknowledge both sides of the coin. The people who don't know where you went and what you've been through, and then the ones who know where you've been they will speak for you. You'll be nowhere present. They'll say, hey, isn't that the person that did this and did that? And somebody will say, yeah, but have you seen what they've done lately? Which means that person's still stuck in your past. And your present will speak up and cancel your past and make somebody pay attention to your future. Okay, I gotta go. I'm moving forward. I'm moving straight forward. Watch this. So how do I develop resilience? I have to practice. Here it is, y'all. Y'all ready? I have to practice self-stress management. I have to practice self-stress management. I have to practice, how do I deal with myself when I'm stressed? I don't deal with it by saying, oh my God, I am so stressed. I'm so depressed today. You got what you say, because the death and life is in the power of your tongue. I have to practice stress management for myself. What techniques get me out of being stressed? What should I do? Where should I go eat? What should I put on? Who should I talk to? I have to practice things that help me meditate or even go exercise. I have to practice stress management to make sure I am not participating in my own stress. So what do? I have to either exercise. I have to figure out what it is. I have to look at my setbacks in my life and recognize that they're only temporary. Every setback is only temporary unless you quit in the setback. Once you realize it's temporary, then you can focus on solutions more than the problem. I'll say it again. You can focus on the solution more than the problem. Got it? So how do I do it? I stay flexible. I stay open to change. I stay prepared to shift and move, and I adjust as needed. I stay flexible. I stay open to change. I stay prepared to move, adjusting as needed. Hey, cousin Catherine Adams, how you doing, a woman of God? And so that's number 3, develop resilience. Number 4, I'm almost through, y'all, for real. Number 4, here's the one I love. Y'all ready? Build strong relationships. Build strong relationships. It's good, Maria. God bless you. Build strong relationships. When you build relationships, you need to build the ones that are able to get you through your go-through. Stop building the ones. Stop building relationships that aren't able to get you through your go-through. Because positive relationships provide positive support. I'm going somewhere. Positive support provides positive encouragement. Positive encouragement will eventually produce positive results. So if you're not having positive results, go back and check your relationships, check your support, check your encouragement. Are you having conversations? Or are you getting support? Are you just having conversations? Or are you having encouragement? Are you creating relationships or just companionships? Are you creating relationships with people who are pushing you toward your goal? Watch this. Even though some days it's away from their own. Because remember, the new level of relationships is no longer loyalty. It is sacrifice. I'm through with people who keep showing up to eat, showing up to go party, showing up to go shopping, showing up to have fun. Are you willing to sacrifice? What happens when my money is tight? Can you help take care of me? Will you bless me the way I blessed you? Watch this, with no excuses. Y'all quiet. Will you be there for me the way I was there for you when you're able to, with no excuses? I'm not referring to payback. I'm referring to relationship versus companionship. That's totally different. It's because y'all, and people, oh, I ain't got time to hear all that. And that's why you have the relationships that you have. They're very good, but they're non-productive. Yeah. Strong relationships are crucial. Geraldine, here I come. Andrea Thomas. Strong relationships are very crucial for developing stable emotional well-beings and personal growth. If you are around people who are at low-level living, I don't care what you say, eventually you will be flowing in low-level living. Because everything you learn is from a low-level place, low-level communication. You know, I'm like this. I listen to people talk. And I tell people, always remain yourself. I literally cannot stand when people adopt other people's words and characteristics. At least make it your own. Don't do what they do and say what they say. Then I realize that you have no authenticity. So if you want to be around, develop your own life in a better state, then be around people who are beyond where you are. And the devil will tell you that you are equal or beyond where they are, and you'll find out that you're not. Strong relationships are crucial for developing stable emotional well-being. What do you mean? Because if you're around people, who are equal to you all the time, Dr. Andrew Shaw, bless you, Apostle, how you doing, man? Good to see you. If you are around people, this is my coaching, so I ain't preaching, Doc. If you are around people who are low-level people, or around people who are always doing the exact same thing, when you get from around them, you will find out that you've been in a stagnant position. You'll find out that what you thought was on point and thought was hype and was so good, you'll get around people and find out that you are behind time. Go back to number one, because you did not develop. Number one was being determined, the growth mindset. You did not develop your abilities. You did not develop your gifts, and you did not develop your intelligence based on someone that is beyond you. You developed it to impress the people that were around you. And the people you were around were medium, settling, low-level living. Because you and your pride or ego didn't allow you to upgrade yourself to people that you had to learn from and develop your development, your intelligence, your skill, and your ability based on where they already are. Because ego tells you, oh, I've done that, I can do that, I've done that. And ego tells you can't learn, and you don't realize that even though you've done that, you were not sustained there, which means you visited. But be careful, because sometimes the place that you visit for vacation is the way other people live daily, weekly, monthly. Totally different. So build strong relationships. Invest the time in nurturing relationships with family and with friends. I told you yesterday on a post I stole from somebody. I borrowed it. It said, we should spend more time building memories now with family and friends instead of going through all this stupid stuff we're going through. You got to build some things. When you are determined to live a winning anyway life, it is not just church. It is church, it's work, it's home, it's relationship, it's friends, it's those leveling relationships. The people you pour into, Those people, the cups. It's the saucer that grabs everything. It is the bigger cup that you are. It's the pitcher that pours into you. You have to nurture every relationship and nurture them differently. Nurture them based on what they are, not just based on who you are. So you have to do something today. Before June ends, it's the perfect month of the year. Identify and appreciate someone in your life who has been a strong, consistent support system for you. Stop overlooking them. When you start getting frustrated with people who've been consistent with you, you're proving you're not a valuable asset to that relationship. What? Yeah. When you start getting frustrated with a person's consistency, they're consistent and you're getting mad. And then when they're not consistent, now you're looking strange. Because you're used to shaky things and shaky people in your life, even your own self. So you're not used to consistency. Determination is consistency. You got it? Okay. Point 5, and I'm done because y'all getting quiet. Point 5, be determined to pursue your passion and your purpose. Be determined to pursue your passion and your purpose. Why would you say it like that? Because when you start living your life aligned with your passion and your purpose, it will bring fulfillment and motivation for the next thing. When you're just pursuing your life trying to accomplish, I'll say it like this. Let me make up something in my head out of how I do things. When you start pursuing rat goals versus ant goals. What are rat goals? Rats are looking for something to eat just for the moment. They're tearing through walls. They're making a mess trying to get something to eat. They're pursuing trash to eat. Ants have a different, and biblically, ants are diligent and they're determined. And when they find something good, they will go back to the mound and let the other ants know there's something good. And one thing about a rat eats stuff, take it, run, take it from people. You see hawks on the side of the street, these buzzards, they'll eat, take stuff from people. Yeah, I'm coming in hard, Deja, I'm closing hard. And buzzards will take it and fight with each other. You got it? Ants will go find something, find out where it is, take a piece of it back to the mound, connect in relationship with everybody else that's in need or in the mound. They will come. Me and my wife watched them other day. We were walking, and there was an ant line across, and they were taking it back. They were coming to get it. There was a line coming to get it. The line was empty. The rest were taking it back. No, Gerald. They weren't storing it up yet. I don't want to go to store it up. I want to go to how they got the mentality to store it up and how they did it, because they didn't just store it up. What they did, they went back and got everybody who's in relationship. Got it? Not companionship, not who's hanging with me. No. Everybody who's in relationship. Let's all work together. You got it? And they all worked together to make sure that everybody had what they needed. And so they all were trailing back, because I saw the rice and one ant couldn't even carry a whole thing of rice. So they began to break off what was whole to make sure that they all got it back. And then they had a whole trail. You see all the little white moving. You see the trail going was empty. Nobody going turned around and said, well, since we have enough, well, I'll just borrow theirs. No. Everybody made it a point to go and get something. So when the winter time changes, I know how it works. When the winter time changes, they don't even have to come out and work because they've already, watch this, back up. They were not just loyal to the mound. When wintertime comes, they're able to all enjoy because they all sacrificed. Jesus. So live your life aligned with your passions and your purpose. That's going to bring you fulfillment. It's going to set you up for what you say you need. So how do I do it? I need to identify my passions and my interests. What do? I have to take time to have self-reflection. Most of you think you're good till I talk to you. And if you stutter and stammer when I talk to you, I know you don't know what you're doing. Because if I ask you, what is your purpose? What is your passion? What do you love to do? You have to think about it, which means you're not living it. Why are you repeating this on here, I guess, all the time? You keep repeating the same thing. Because I'm watching people not living it. And I'm getting to this point where this thing is called support. We call ourselves supporting people. Let's be honest. Some of us need to apologize to people. We've not been supportive. We think being supportive is telling you what I'm doing so you have a chance to celebrate me. Phooey. That's not support. Support is you being honest enough to say, you know what, I could have did better by you. I could have been better by you. And then the Lord bless you with one little, something to do or something to be seen or some money to make or some car to drive. And now you want to look at everybody like they owe you something. No. Support doesn't do that. That's not what support is. That's why I'm going back to full-fledged coaching. So I don't have time for free coaching anymore. I don't have time to give you advice on what you never paid for. I don't have time to keep spending quality time with you doing the exact same thing over and over again. You wasted somebody else's time because you didn't want to hear it. And now here it is 1, 2, 3, 4 years later. And now you want me to take the time to sacrifice for you where you wouldn't sacrifice for what I gave you free every Friday morning and gave you free, period. And then now you wouldn't sacrifice. Now you want me to take time. I'm trying to be determined, and you really aren't determined. You're just desperate now. And the way you handle death situations is you apologize for not valuing the information or the wisdom when you should have. When you can't apologize for that, then even if you got the wisdom or knowledge, it will never turn into wisdom because the heart behind wisdom has to be pure. Quiet. Oh my God. So you have to identify your passions and your interests through self-reflection. What could I have done better? Not what could somebody else have done for me. So I have to start now taking steps toward pursuing my passions. Even if they're small, I have to pursue my passions. Even if they're small, I have to pursue them. I don't care what they are. Because to live a winning anyway life, you have to cultivate a growth mindset. You have to practice gratitude every day. You have to develop resilience and build strong relationships and then pursue your passion and purpose, but you have to do it with a proper mindset and a proper heart. Because living a winning anyway life is more than just talking about it. It's a continuous growth. It's being positive continuously, even when things are negative. It's about having the resilience. Say somehow, watch this. It's about growing up. Now, here's what people do as they're pursuing their passion and purpose. When you don't have a good path for your passion or your purpose, you gotta stop jumping freeways. What do you mean? You have to stop jumping from person to person based on what they offer you, based on your passion. You have to know there's some things they need to connect with you when you're stable, but you can't keep becoming unstable, jumping from this to this to this to this to this, because you'll find that you had good relationships, you had good connections, you had people with good wisdom, you had people that are able to push you forward, but you left them because you thought like an immature child. You thought you found something greater. So you ignored what was for what you thought was better. And now your determination is frustrating you because you're not moving anywhere. Because to move, you have to have some emotional stability. Yeah, we're back there again. You have to have some emotional stability. You can't allow things to make you move so quick because it looks like it's better, when in reality, you're supposed to be better. See, okay. I'm gonna let y'all go. 5 minutes and we're done. I no longer look for things that are better. I make me better, so when I come in contact with things and people, I make them better. Watch this. Me making them better does not mean that they weren't already good. It means the collaboration and the connection brings light, my light to that light, and both lights are made the better. But when you start turning out your light to plug up your light somewhere else, you'll find out. Can you hear me very well? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? When you start unplugging your light from over here to plug over there, then unplugging over here to plug over there, and unplugging over here to plug over there, there are a few things that may happen. Number one, you may blow out your bulb. Number two, you will find out that the wattage on the bulb is different in different places. And then you may find out that the voltage is different. One light may have you blinking, one may have you straight, and then one plug may not even work. It may just look like a plug. And when you put in your plug, you'll find out there's no power there. And now you've unplugged from power. You've unplugged from passion. You've unplugged from pursuit. You've unplugged from purpose. You've unplugged from planning. You've unplugged from all of that to plug into something that has no power. That's why you must evaluate where you are first. Then you must execute when you find out through the evaluation, and then excel, and then repeat that process over and over and over and over until you know you. Many of you get so frustrated with me because I get to know you while you don't even know you and you live with you. I get to watch your habits and watch what you repeat. You be mad and be like, that's not me. Okay. I watch what you repeat. I watch what makes you mad. I watch what are you nosy? No. I just pay attention. I'm observant. I watch what makes you mad. I watch what makes you change. I watch what you pattern yourself after. I watch who you pattern yourself after. Then I realize you personally have not really valued yourself much because you tend to take on the attributes of others that have no value. And it takes you further and further and further away from you. And now is the time that you have to become you. There's no way you can win any way in your life if you're not authentically you. Today is the day. It's the end of June. I'm done. End of June. We're moving into the 7th month, which is the other half of this year. You do not want to go into the second half of this year doing it big. And God is actually setting some of you up to make sure that the second half of your year is much better than your first half. Here is the problem some of you are going to have if you don't hear this prophet right now. You're going to repeat a cycle that God is trying to get you out of. What do you mean? The thing, watch this, Deja Young. The thing God is not trying to change is you. The months have changed, the weeks have changed, the weather has changed, and you remain the same. God says, I'm going to move you out of June into July. I'm going to move you into what's called this is prophetic now. This is my month of July declaration. I'll come with more later. A fresh beginning. A fresh beginning. June was actually the end. Better is the end of a thing. This is the end of June. It's the end of the quarter. It's the end of the first half. So it's a bunch of ends. So that's better, better, better. But you have to understand it only better when you have an expectation of your passion and your purpose for the beginning. July is going to be a fresh beginning. You have to start some things over, but stop starting things without resetting you. It's the second half. This is where you get to go in the locker room and look at what you did wrong. This is where you evaluate what you did wrong for the first 6 months. Why am I not in other arenas? Why are people not seeing me a different way? Why are people not understanding where I'm going? Because maybe I didn't promote myself that way. How did I promote myself? I have to get around people who I trust to tell me, you promoted yourself settling. What you promoted, you made people look at it a different way. That's not what we saw. So if what we saw was not what you wanted to propel or put out or propose, then you should have talked to someone before. So when you go into it fresh. July is the month where you prepare for the resetting of you, not just the things. You can change the website, you can change the picture, you can change the face, but if you are the same, your results are going to be exactly the same. Because even though the house outside is the same, if the furniture inside is still settling, then all you're doing is still creating a bigger cover. The question is, am I really determined to win? Am I really willing to make the shift it's going to take for me to be different. So by the end of 2024, as I enter the 25th year, 2025, the quarter, as I enter 2025, will I enter looking back, being pleased with myself, or will I still be complaining about what others didn't do for me? When I'm realizing if I want to win, I have to be determined. So keep striving, stay positive, and live your winning anyway life to the fullest. It's here for you. You can't blame anybody else. It's your time now. This is Life Pastor Kyle signing out, praying for you and letting you know that no matter what happens in your life, know this, you can win anyway.